Manners and respect, family. You know, as a patriot, I like truths, justice, I like rights, I like honesty. I like the real thing to reach out to the people. And people didn't know that the PNP is right behind this Nids program. This Nids what you're seeing here. Yeah man, the same Nids where enough people have come out and beat Brograd for. But look here, people have to be honest. We can't blame Andrew Honest alone for this. People make to be honest. Me not take no side, you know, me beat both sides as me look at me 2x4. I'm sure it have orange blood and green blood on it. So me swing me 2x4 both sides. Now I'm gonna play some voice note for you. Some clips for you guys to know the root of this thing. And for you to understand Andrew Honest is not alone behind this. Guys, listen to this.
Before I asked for the approval of the amendments, there are two clauses in the bill which seem to have given concern to the public and which I am compelled to take the time to explain. Clause 20 deals with the enrollment of citizens and provides for the fine of $100,000 if one does not comply. Mr. Speaker, since my involvement in the bill, and the bill that was developed under my watch, we did not have in that bill a requirement for compulsory registration. We started off from a position that we would seek to get the public to comply by virtue of them seeing the benefits of the bill. It was in discussions with a select team from the opposition that the opposition insisted that it be mandatory. And Mr. Speaker, the hypocrisy that I have had to listen to. But you know, Mr. Speaker, my mother always tells me, hold your tongue. Hold your tongue. Because you know, Mr. Speaker, again the falsehood. In 2000, the then government, which is the opposition now, took a bill to Parliament, carried it to a joint select committee, and in that bill, Mr. Speaker, they had a clause for it to be mandatory. And guess what the fine was? $100,000 at that time.
So, family, there you hear it. The PNP wanted it mandatory. And if you don't, $100,000 fines. The PNP have questions to answer, no people. The PNP have questions to answer. This is not back in the days they say, yes sir, yes master, yes miss, yes boss. Them have questions to answer. Them need to answer on this. I want to hear how much money the PNP spend on this Nids. I want you to hear, you know, that PNP, the effort them put behind this thing and the amount of money them spend behind the campaign. Just listen. Let's hear this.
Answering the questions asked, it is absolutely important that the country be aware that between 2011 and 2016, the government of Jamaica spent $1.26 million on the Nids project. $1.26 million on the Nids project between 2011 and 2016. On advertising, Mr. Speaker, on advertising, they spent $95,000 on advertising. Hold on, Mr. Speaker, they printed T-shirts, they developed advertising plans. None of that, Mr. Speaker, was ever used. We still have the T-shirts there, can't be used. $95,000. But that is not it, Mr. Speaker. They spent on consultants $641 1,000 US dollars on construction and consultants. Mr. Speaker, as I said, Mr. Speaker, there is a certain level of hypocrisy and untruth on that side about the Nids project.
So now you hear for yourselves, guys. You hear for yourselves that the PNPs are right behind this. The PNP party is right behind this. They spend a lot of money, a lot of campaign, t-shirt, consultant, all of that people. So why the Jamaican people them come out cross at the Prime Minister? They should also be cross at the PNP also. I think the PNP should answer some question regarding this Nids. What do you think, guys? Tell me what you think in the comment section. If you like this page, go ahead and like it, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much, guys. Enough manners, enough respect. Jamaica to the world. No bias.